After 8 years of study, it cannot be proven that drones help to protect the U.S. border. That word coming from the Office of the Inspector General of the Department of Homeland Security. So how is it possible that the effectiveness of drones cannot be proven? I was joined earlier by RT correspondent Lindsay France, and I first asked her how Border Patrol comes up short in this audit.
Okay, so there's three main areas in this audit that the Office of the Inspector General pointed out: money, geography, and measuring. So first of all, the cost it actually takes per flight hour for these drones to be up in the air was grossly underreported, according to the audit. Then geography. The drones were supposed to have been, according to this audit anyway, to have been covering the entire southern border. However, Border Patrol was mostly using them for about 100 miles of the Arizona border and 70 miles of Texas. Now, the Border Patrol has struck back and said that this is because those are the most frequently used corridors for people crossing over the border, although drones have been used and have the ability to be used across the entire border. And then we come to the measuring of the efficiency of these drones. The Inspector General reports that there's no real measuring device for how successful this program is. However, the Border Patrol has struck back and said it cannot report that its findings have led to arrests because all it does is collect information and hand it over to law enforcement. But it's this lack of measuring mechanism for such an expensive program that has caused the Inspector General a lot of worry, and essentially it's come out with a very, very bad report card.
Now, you say they misjudged the amount of money, which is not a huge surprise. That happens over and over in Washington, that it took to operate these drones. How much did they miss it by?
Okay, so according to this audit, with everything taken into account, just for the fiscal year 2013 alone, for example, $62.5 million were used to operate these drones. Now, per flight hour, a drone costs around a little bit over $12,500 to operate. But the original reporting from the Border Patrol was about $2,500 per flight hour. This is because the things such as excluding pilots, police, equipment, and overhead costs, it was left out of that reporting. And so when they're asking for more money to push this program forward, the Inspector General's report says, no, we're not impressed.
So how is this drone program going to move forward from here on out?
Well, there's two approaches. The Department of Homeland Security has proposed an extensive study about the efficacy of this and how it should move forward. Who knows how long or how much that study alone is going to cost. The Border Patrol has stated that it wants to institute its own measuring mechanisms for this and will continue to do so that in the next go-round, when it has another audit and it wants more money, in this case, it wanted to add 14 drones to its fleet of 10. It's not looking like it's going to get that. So it wants to come up with its own measuring mechanism so that the next time it wants to do that, it'll get the funding. However, if Homeland Security institutes a study, who knows how long that's going to take? It's a government study. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, that's usually the problem, isn't it? And allowing people to create their own measurement for success sometimes is also a tricky thing. RT correspondent Lindsay France from Los Angeles, thanks so much.